Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So for today I'm going to show you guys how I curl my hair using heat, and today I'm going to be using the one and only curling iron. So the curling iron that I'm going to be using is the Argan Heat from One and Only, the 1 1/4 inch curling iron. Now mine is gonna look a little bit different than this one solely because I removed the clamp. That was just something I didn't want to have on there anymore, especially because my hair, for some reason, whenever I curl it using a curling iron, it just doesn't hold the curl for some reason. So then I was like, well, let me just curl my hair around the whole thing, including the clamp. And then when I would do that, it would leave those little lines of the ridges from around the clamp. So then I was over it. I asked Riley for a screwdriver and I just took it out, and now it's basically like a 1 1/4 inch curling wand. So like I said, I removed those things, so this is what mine looks like. It kind of looks a little Frankensteinish because it has these two little screws here, but I don't mind. And then I always do put it on just a little bit over the 20, which is just a little bit over 200 degrees. And then that's what I'm going to be using today. And as you guys can tell, my hair is now gray. I was blonde before, if you guys are new to my channel and didn't know that. And I wanted to talk to you guys really quick about the products that I use to do that. And mainly what I use is the One and Only Argan Oil Hair Color, Vibrant Color Semi-Permanent in Chrome. And I went through 3 of these. So what I first did was I got 2. And I put that through all of my hair, and actually I wish I would have had a little bit more because it wasn't entirely enough, especially for some strands in the back. But it's okay, it did cover it for the most part. It almost looks like I still have some blonde highlights back there. And then what I did was I got another box and I did just my roots. So as you can tell, and as you'll be able to tell throughout the video, my roots are darker than the rest of the hair, and that is what I wanted to do. Because I wanted to do a color where my roots could start growing out and it wouldn't be like the blonde that it was such a sharp contrast. I wanted a color like this so that when my roots started growing in, you really wouldn't be able to tell. Now, my hair is up like this. This is usually what it looks like on days that I don't style it and that is just my natural hair. But yeah, alright, so let's jump right in. Okay guys, so the first thing that I'm gonna do, just the same as when I was doing the no heat curls, is I'm gonna brush through my hair. Now that's so important because you are using heat. So if you have a knot in there and you're applying the heat to it, what it's gonna do is actually set that knot, and it's gonna make it 1,000 times harder for you to be able to get it out. So the very first thing you want to do is just brush through any knots that you might have. So now that my hair is completely brushed through, I'm gonna go ahead and part my hair where I want it to be parted after I curl it. And so since in the no heat video I did have a center part, this time I'm actually gonna do a side part. And whenever I do a side part, how I gauge how far to do it is wherever the arch of my eyebrow is. So it's right about here. So that's exactly where I'm gonna start to part my hair. Now obviously you could do this with a comb or something. I forgot to bring mine over and I don't have nails today, so I'm just gonna use the hairpin. Okay, so after parting my hair, the next thing I'm gonna do, very similar to when I curl my hair using the curling rods, is I'm gonna go ahead and clip up the top half. Now after I've clipped up my hair, I like to go ahead and brush through the hair once again, and you're gonna see that I brush through my hair maybe 1,000 times, and it really is because I absolutely want no knots at all. I want no knots. So then the next thing I'm gonna do is go ahead and grab a chunk of hair from the back. It's gonna be about 1 inch size hair. They're doing construction outside our apartment, so you might be hearing a few little noises. So then I'm gonna go ahead and take the iron And what I'm gonna do is I'm actually going to lay the hair flat on the iron until about halfway. Then I'm going to twist it around. And what that's gonna do is make sure that I have lots of volume near the roots, but then the ends are still gonna be nice and wavy and curly. So I leave that in for about 8 seconds and then I shake it out. And instead of just letting the hair go, I'll usually bounce it for a second until it's not so hot. That's kind of just my way of making sure the curl is set. And it leaves the curl just like that. And then I'm just gonna go ahead, toss that back, and I'll go ahead and do the rest of my hair now. Okay, so after I've curled all the hair, the next thing I like to do is add some type of texture spray. So in this case, I'm going to use the Ouai Wave spray that I actually got from one of my Sephora play boxes. And I like to do this because I just want to make sure that it keeps its texture throughout the day, instead of being very soft. And then I'm also just gonna add a little bit of lightweight hairspray, and I wanna make sure it's very lightweight because I don't want them to be like crunchy or uncomfortable. It's just that sometimes my hair doesn't hold a curl and I like my curls to last 2 to 3 days. So to help with that, I just add a little hairspray, and the one I use is the Miss Universe style Illuminate. And this one is from Chi. And they call it a spray flexible. So that's exactly what I want. Just something very lightweight that can still move and isn't crunchy. The next thing I do is I add some volumizing powder. Now this one is the Got to Be Powderful Volumizing Styling Powder. So what I do is I tilt my head and I kind of make like a faux part in my hair, and I just add some of that powder. And don't worry, it looks white, but that'll actually all rub out. It kind of leaves the same effect that like a dry shampoo would. So I just take little sections just like that, and I just add a little bit of powder. And then after you've added all the powder, you want to go ahead and just rub it in. And then I'm just going to do the same thing on the other side. And then after that, I do one last thing. I take any type of hydrating cream or serum or anything like that. And right now I'm actually using the Aveda Brilliant Anti-humectant pomade. And I just take a little bit of that in my hands. Just like that much. And I really rub that into my hands. And then I just kind of work my hands through my hair just a little bit, just to really control any little flyaways and to really give my hair some shine again. And then just to make sure that although we added all those hairsprays and all that stuff, that the hair doesn't get frizzy or feel like crunchy or anything like that. Everything will still feel really soft. And actually it'll help your waves kind of get a little more loose and look just a little more fun and kind of more natural instead of so like tightly wound. So the cool thing about having the side part like this is that you can actually have two hairstyles with it. You can leave it just like this, have it nice, soft, romantic, very daytime friendly, perfect for that sweet date you're about to go on. Or you can actually grab the center part and flip it to the other side and then give it a good like shake, and you could have this super cool like edgy volumized look so that right after your really sweet date you could go out to drinks with the girls. Alright guys, well I hope you guys liked it, and I hope you guys are able to learn something that you can use next time when you're doing your hair at home. So as always, I'll see you guys next time. Bye!
Like the empires of the world unite, we are alive, and the stars make love to the universe. You're my wildfire every single night. We are alive, and the stars make love to the universe, and you touch me.